Hi, boys and girls. Today's art lesson, we're going to learn about an artist who made a very lovely picture with all sorts of patterns in it. And we're going to have something like this when we're done. You will need to have a long, big piece of paper, not the short ones like we usually use. We usually use the little ones like this. This is really kind of small for this. If it's all you can get, I guess it's all right, but it's going to be a little bit harder to fit everything in. This size paper is actually 2 of these. 1, 2. And this is the best size that you can get, a big one. So let's get started. I'll tell you what else you need. You will need to have your big paper, and you will need to have, a plate or something that you can spread some white glue on. You need white glue for this, boys and girls, the glue, and you'll need to get some on the plate. You'll need a pencil just for a little bit. You'll need a paintbrush to spread the glue. It could be a brush like this, which is a little wider, or it could be one of these. Either one would be all right. But you must remember, as soon as we're done with this project, you have to wash all the glue out of this, or else it will dry and be stiff, and you won't be able to use the brush. Last but not least, you need to have some colors and patterns of paper. This is where I tell you to keep your scraps. This is a piece of wallpaper. Here's a piece of wrapping paper, and there are some magazines, and here's a sheet with some music. We want patterns and colors and designs on our paper, as many as you can get. They don't have to be giant pieces because we're going to tear them. And of course, you can have a few of solid colors too. Not too many, we want mostly patterns. Now I'll put this aside and tell you a little bit about this. This is the artist picture that we're going to be working with. The artist's name is Gustav Klimt. And this picture of his, which is bigger when you look at it in the museum, but I have a little copy, it's called Baby. Sometimes it's called Cradle. Now, if you look carefully, you can see a baby. Sometimes it's very easy to miss because there's so much color and so much pattern going on, because the blanket, this baby's blanket, is what the artist wanted to show more with all of its colors and its patterns. But if you look very carefully up here, you can see that little baby's head sitting right on the pillow there. The pillow is that blue area behind the baby's head. Now, this artist used a special trick to make us see the baby. I'm going to put a piece of plastic over and draw something for you. I'm going to show you right here. I'm going to follow the outline of the blanket. Here and here, right up to the baby's head. And boys and girls, you see the shape that the artist used? It's like a triangle shape. This makes our eyes look all the way up. If we're looking down on the bottom, our eyes just follow it up, until we see the baby. You may not see it at first, but after a while, you will see him up here. And we're going to use that same idea to create our baby. All right, now, I had a whole bunch of little pictures of babies. You can use your own picture. You can, if your mom or dad or somebody will let you cut up your school picture if you've got a nice face. Or you could find a picture in a magazine. Or you could draw one yourself. There's always, all you need is the head. Here are some I found online and I downloaded them, and some I drew myself. I have all different kinds. You only need one. And you're going to cut it out carefully, carefully. And then you need a rectangle for the pillow. The baby's head is going to lay right on the pillow. So let's begin. Okay, here we go. All right, on your paper, where are we? On your paper, boys and girls, first thing up at the top, remember we hold it this way, vertically, the tall way. Up near the top, just like in Gustav Klimt's picture, we're going to put the baby's head with the pillow. So we're going to glue the pillow down. Now, let's get some of our white glue and get some on the plate. Here we go. Got to squeeze a little bit out there. There we go. Okay. Now, the water is necessary because the glue is pretty thick. So we want to get it a little bit more loose. So we take just a little water on our brush and put, 3 or 4 drops in there. That's all. And mix it around so the glue gets a little bit looser and it can spread. We'll put that aside. Put a little glue on the back of the pillow. You don't need to cover the whole pillow, just around the edges, and glue it down. It doesn't have to be straight. It could be tilted a little bit, and get the pillow down. There we go. Now let's get to the head on the back. Put a little glue on it. Once again, you don't need to drown it. A little bit. And put the baby right on the pillow. There we go. That's a good start. Now remember, we want to get that triangle shape that I showed you. So here's where your pencil comes in. Starting at the baby's head, you draw a slanted or diagonal line coming down wherever you want to stop. It's okay if it doesn't come right to the bottom. I'll make mine a little darker so you could see it better. There. And then another one from the baby's head on this side, and it doesn't have to be even. It does not have to be even. See, mine isn't even. This line is a little shorter than that. But I now have that triangle shape that's going to make my eyes, when I'm done, look up, 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 up until I say, there's my baby. Okay, now we're going to get started with the color papers. You notice I didn't ask you to have scissors because we're not going to use scissors. We're going to use the best tools in the world, our fingers. And here's one that I started before with a little different baby. Can you see? I don't know if you can see my line here, but I have my line coming right down here and right down from the neck here. All right, now we're going to start with our papers and we're going to tear them into smaller pieces. Only tear. You can start by getting a few pieces ready. Some can be a little bigger. Remember, we've got some solid colors too. And some can be a little smaller. They can be sparkly and shiny. And now we start to get our glue down. You're going to glue just a section first. Get some and just start to paint the glue on. Not too big a section because you don't want it to dry before you're ready. There. And you start to fill it in. Stay inside your triangle. Yes, you do have to overlap. I have a little area here, so I'll tear a little piece, and I may need some glue right over on top of it. There. If you go outside your triangle a little bit, that's okay. And keep adding glue. If you run out of glue, put a little more on the plate. And don't worry, all the colors and patterns, they're all going to be wonderful when they start to fill in your blanket. Yes, if you have a little black, you can use black too. Now, after a while, I want you to paint some glue right on top of it to brush everything down. There we go. There. I want you to just go over the top of your pieces with your glue. If anything is sticking up like that little spot there, get some glue under there and get it down and paint the glue right on top. There we go, right on top. And you continue all the way until you have filled in your little baby's blanket. Here's one that's all filled in. Top to bottom, end to end. There we go. There's one here, all filled in. Here's another one, all filled in. If there's a little bitty spot, oh, I see a spot there I missed. Uh-oh, get a little glue in there. And let me get a little piece here. Just a little bitty piece. There we go. And don't forget to paint the glue on top. When you're all done, you can use the brush to press it down. And when you're all finished, make sure your brush is washed really, really well. You don't want to leave any glue inside your brush. Okay? When that's all finished, boys and girls, we're going to work on the second part. And I will give you a separate video for the second part. And as you're looking at it, if any pieces are popping up, just go over to your glue and stick them down and paint over it. Okay, boys and girls, so let me see how we're going to work this out. It's going to be wonderful when you fill the whole baby's blanket in with all of these colors and designs and patterns of paper. Okay, boys and girls, I'll see you for the second half of the Gustav Klimt baby project. Bye.